wildly popular, but in my opinion, it should be made illegal, are the super popular dog treat Rawhides. You can get them pretty much anywhere, any pet shop will sell them. And they often look cute, yeah, like especially around Christmas time or maybe even Halloween if you're in the States. They will make them look like cute Christmas stockings or candy canes or anything snowman-like that looks cute, and you're like, oh my god, this is the best chew toy for my dog. They're gonna love it. Well, will they, or are you actually poisoning your dog? So let's dive into that one. Why I think you should instantly stop feeding these to your dog, and I'm going really into it. So if you're a little bit squeamish about food processing, then you might want to only listen to this video and not watch every bit. All right, so the number one reason is the chemical treatment of Rawhides is absolutely disgusting. Like, I can't believe we are feeding this to dogs and we're allowed to feed this to dogs. So let me dive into that for you in case you're not aware of how those really cute Rawhide feed treats are made. So the process of making Rawhide dog treats involves several steps, many of which include the use of chemicals to transform animal hide into chews that we see in store. And here is the process. So step one is you have to source the hide. So rawhide comes from the inner layer of the skin, the dermis, of animals like cows or horses. The outer layer is typically used for leather products, while the inner layer becomes rawhides, right? So we have the skin, and the outside will become a rug or a saddle or boots, and the inside that usually gets thrown away, that's what we're gonna make your yummy dog treat out of. Then step two, once we have the rawhide, now we need to preserve it with chemicals. So once the hides are removed from the animal, they need to be preserved to prevent decay. And this is often done using chemicals like sodium sulfide and lime to help strip hair and fat from the hide and loosen tissue so that it's later easier to work on. Step three is splitting the hide. The hide is then split into layers, and the outermost layer is used for leather, and the inner layers become the rawhide for dog chews. The hide is then further cleaned and treated to remove any remaining tissue and fat that's on it, and hair, you know, all that kind of stuff. Step four, that's where the yucky stuff begins. Well, there was already a little bit, but now it gets really gross. Bleaching and sanitizing. So after the hide is split, it's soaked in hydrogen peroxide or a bleach solution to whiten the rawhide and then sanitize it by killing off the bacteria. Bleaching also removes any unpleasant odors that may be present, and in some cases chlorine-based chemicals may be used for whitening. Now, hydrogen peroxide is what you use to bleach your hair. What are the things that we put on paint boxes, dye boxes? Do not come in contact with your mouth. Yeah, you don't. I can't believe we can use that on a dog food and still feed it to them. But that's not all. Here we got 5 is a dyeing and a flavoring. So this comes after the bleaching process. To make the rawhide more appealing to consumers, both humans and dogs, obviously for humans that need to look good, artificial colors and flavors are often added. Artificial dyes are used to make the rawhide appear more visually attractive, such as a brown or a smoked color, and flavorings are added like chicken, beef, bacon, to give the rawhide a more enticing taste or smell. Obviously, these are not real flavors, these are all artificial flavors. Step 6, the shaping and drying. After the hide has been treated, it is shaped into various forms like bones, twists, chips. And these shapes can involve twisting, knotting, rolling the rawhide. And once shaped, it's dried through either air drying or baking it at high temperatures. And then step 7 are the final coatings and packaging. In some cases, rawhide chews receive a final coating to enhance the appearance or taste. These coatings can include additional flavorings or a shiny glaze. And then they are packed off to sell. So let's summarize for a second the chemicals used in this process. So we have lime, which is also called calcium hydroxide. We have sodium sulfide, which is used in the early stages to remove hair and fat from the hide. Hydrogen peroxide or bleach to sanitize, kill bacteria and reducing odors. Chlorine, which is also used for bleaching. There will be chromium salts. In some cases, these can be used in leather processing. They're not always present in edible rawhide chews because they are toxic if ingested, but obviously depending on what country your thing comes from, it might be. Then there are preservatives that are used, such as sodium benzoate, to prevent spoilage during shipping and storage. But wait, there is more. Other preservatives that are used to increase the shelf life of these dog chews are arsenic, doxyquin, formaldehyde, sodium sulfite liming, again, and chemicals such as BHA and BHT, which are used as chemical preservatives. Other potential harmful contaminants include antibiotics, lead, and insecticides. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know. I'm not a chemist. I don't know all of those things. But arsenic is, obviously you have arsenic poisoning. It's a notoriously toxic metal, heavy metal. And what is a BHA? It's an exfoliant. Why would we need to put an exfoliant in a dog food? That's just wild to me. So you have all of these chemicals in something that you're feeding your dog, and we're not finished because they also use glue. Yeah, it's not specified which glues those are, because manufacturers aren't going to explain to you in detail what they are using. But some options for glue could be gelatin-based glue, which is animal collagen, which is not a big deal. Could be starch binder, such as corn, potato, or tapioca. It could also be PVA glue. It's usually not used in food items, but may sometimes be found in low-quality chews. It's not intended for ingestion, and its use in dog chews is discouraged, but not illegal. So your dog might be eating actual glue. And then there is some casein-based glues, which is made of milk protein. They're safe for consumption, wouldn't be a problem. And then there are synthetic glues, and it says some low-quality or poorly regulated rawhide chews may contain synthetic adhesives that are not suitable for ingestion. These could potentially include chemicals that are harmful to pets. And some rawhide products may not disclose the types of glues or binders used, particularly if they are imported from regions with less stringent regulations. As a result, concerns about the safety of certain adhesives used in rawhide chews have been raised by veterinarians and pet owners. Here you are with your cute little Christmas rawhide, and actually you're feeding pure poison to your dog. And I'm not blaming you. Who knows this? Who goes to a pet shop or like something like Kmart or Walmart and thinks, hey, yeah, this is unsafe for my dog? Like, you would think that they wouldn't put stuff like that on the shelves for your dog to eat. Now, we talked about the whole chemical process. Let's have a quick rundown of other reasons why I do not feed rawhides. So choking and digestive blockages. Yeah, rawhide can be tough to digest, no wonder, because of all the chemicals that are in it. And dogs often swallow fairly large pieces. These can get stuck in the throat, stomach, intestines, leading to blockages that might have to be removed by surgery or cause death. Allergies and sensitivities. Some dogs are sensitive to the chemicals used in the production of rawhide and may develop allergies to the animal products used. This can cause digestive upset, skin issues, and other health problems. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Obviously, like, can you imagine your dog not developing any sensitivities to the chemicals? Like, would you be sensitive after you eat something that's made with bleach? I would say so. Number 5, it has a very low nutritional value. So rawhide offers no nutritional benefits. It's not a source of nutrients, and considering the risk, it's just not worth giving this to your dog at all. What should you give your dog instead? Now I'm going to offer you some alternatives that are dog friendly, safer, and more natural. Bully sticks, made from 100% beef muscle. These are fully digestible, popular option. They tend to last a long time, especially for smaller dogs. Not my Staffy, he'll chew it straight away. But, you know. Sweet potato chews. These are made from dehydrated sweet potatoes and are a plant-based alternative. They're chewy and full of fiber. Then you have those Himalayan yak chews. These are hard cheese chews made from yak and cow milk, lime juice, and salt. They're long-lasting, safe, and fully digestible. I have had a few people that don't like them because they crumble a lot, and apparently you microwave them and then they become big again. I've never used them, but it might be an idea. Carrots or frozen veggies. Some dogs enjoy gnawing on a crunchy veggie like carrot, and it's also low in calorie. You know, can't go wrong with a carrot if your dog loves it. Rubber or nylon chews. Yeah, toys like Kong or Nyla bones are durable and designed to withstand heavy chewing without the risk that come with a rawhide, and they're allowed to ingest it. Like Zelda has so many of these Nyla bones, and she loves them. They last forever. They're really good value. Or natural bones that are not cooked. Large, raw, uncooked bones like beef knuckle bones or marrows can satisfy your dog's need for chewing. Make sure they're not cooked because they splinter. We don't want to do that. Or something like cow hooves, pig ears. And then some people recommend antlers. I personally don't, but I thought I'd mention them anyway. But they're so hard, your dog can actually break a tooth on those. So I would recommend not feeding them antlers, but I know a lot of people do like using them. So I wanted to mention it, but with the caveat of some dogs break their teeth on those things. Anyway, when choosing a chew, always supervise your dog, especially if they've never had one before. Make sure it's the right size, it's not too small, choking hazard. And regular inspect them, throw away if it gets too small, and make sure they're safe to use. So, I hope this video was helpful to you. You might have learned something completely new. You might be shocked by the fact that rawhides are sold. And I'd love to hear what you think in the comments. Do you feed your dog rawhide? Will you change your mind after this? Have you never fed any? Like, I fed my dogs rawhide, well, Lennox at least, up until like a year old because I didn't know. And then I found this article, and since then I never fed rawhide again, since I know how it's been made. So I'd love to know what you think, and I'll see you next time.